Over the years, we have seen many cryptocurrencies popping up. Out of it, all Bitcoin is one phenomenal player that has amused us all by exhibiting great price movements and reception. When it comes to investing in crypto, analyzing what well-experienced investors can really help. Now, let's see what Mcafee, the founder of Mcafee AntiVirus and privacy coin Ghost, has to say about Bitcoin. Welcome to CryptoSafe. Subscribe, like, and comment, and we are giving away $30 for a random person.
Hey fellas, look what I found in my pocket. Look, a year's salary right here. What I call them? Fun coupons.
Who will subscribe, like, and comment this video. At the end of the month, we will announce the winner. We are already aware of the fact that Bitcoin is bought and held due to its whopping value, but a recent crypto crash revealed the actual situation with Bitcoin. Even though Bitcoin is known as the sector's king, there are some things you need to keep in mind if you are contemplating whether you should invest in it or not. Why does Mcafee think Bitcoin will plunge to $0? There is an unending debate over whether fiat currencies or cryptocurrencies will succeed in the long term in the current scenario. We all know that crypto is based on a blockchain that isn't controlled by government authorities. Another feature that enabled its high rates of acceptance is that it's open source and anybody can access it. You are free to choose whether to buy it, hold it, or sell it. So, digital currencies have got their own kind of charm. Mcafee believes Bitcoin has outlived its life expectancy and is still soaring high in the crypto universe. However, he also lifted a couple of features that can cause a slump in its value in the long run. One can't put smart contracts on that blockchain, and privacy is not granted. Did you know that Bitcoin used its inception as the only mode of digital payment for 4 years since the dark web users? So, that was basically an awesome Kickstarter for the token. With that being said, Mcafee says that criminals are the ones who embrace any trend.
Criminals in this town used to believe in things. Honor, respect. Look at you. What do you believe in, huh? What do you believe in?
Or latest technologies much faster. And Bitcoin did receive its fair share of popularity from that alone. And do you know what's the newest cryptocurrency that caught the attention of crypto enthusiasts and investors? It's Monero. In 2021, Monero managed to hit significant highs. But Monero will begin another bull run soon. At the time of recording the video, Monero is trading at $201.36. As you see, Bitcoin is slowly diminishing in value, and the last crypto was one huge reminder for many. And a much-hyped venture, like Tesla, stopped accepting it as a legitimate mode of payment due to the arising over energy consumption then. And it seems like some other players are now playing with bulls. What made Bitcoin look mesmerizing in an investor's eye was value, but due to features and many more, Monero is now the world's most accepted private coin, which grants privacy. And it's not possible to track its path. So Bitcoin allows a person to track who sold the token and who all were its previous owners. It's kind of a legitimate manner. Don't you see the irony? So that's what makes Monero the best for carrying out private transactions. The crypto market is highly shaky and nothing is given. One day, people will wake up and realize that Bitcoin is nothing less than a token that doesn't grant you any privacy and is held only due to its value. As we have seen from past market trends, we know that a currency succeeds in the market when people conclude it to be a good token, and Monero has got catalysts which proves it's worth every penny you invest. Mcafee says, "Wake up, people!"
Wake up, people!
The truth is, people don't use Bitcoin anymore.
Nobody accepts Bitcoin anymore.
They use it for trading purposes, and that's not the case with Monero. Mcafee says that a cryptocurrency is considered valuable when it has got real value use cases. And on that note, he thinks Bitcoin is useless and has zero value. Also, Bitcoin is old, clunky, expensive to mine, and the network is slow on top of it. And he believes that Monero will overtake Bitcoin sooner or later.
So Monero is going to overtake Bitcoin? That's what you think? Like long term, or do you think?
Of course it is. Of course it is. Please God.
If you analyze many tokens available in the crypto market, we can infer that every token has a smart contract function except Bitcoin. Despite the fact that Bitcoin has announced that they will add privacy features, Mcafee says it's impossible to reconstruct the system entirely. Even though crypto investors want privacy, the hype somehow remains with Bitcoin, where the entire world can see your transactions. Although it's contradictory, the dust is supposed to settle down sooner and later. So the rest of the crypto sector will begin to see things clearly for what they are. One mistake that people are tempted to make is they are trying to make money by investing in cryptocurrency. Those who use crypto for its value and as a currency will determine the reliability of a cryptocurrency. Also, choosing cryptocurrency that shows low volatility is something that adds to the charm. Mcafee adds that Monero is the only reality. And in 5 years, the growth of Monero will be pretty intense, and it will overtake Bitcoin. He thinks that people will eventually lose all their money if they believe Bitcoin is a sport, and says, "Wake up, people, and see things for what they are."
God, wake up, people.
Cryptocurrency is always about utility and not about store of value. According to Mcafee, not even a single vendor from the dark web accepts Bitcoin anymore, as the Bitcoin had to take the blow for not presenting utility cases. In the beginning, they used to buy Bitcoin and not credit cards. Times have changed, and Monero has become their favorite pick now. On top of that, Monero has a great community encompassing it, and regardless of where the Bitcoin stands now, the token will eventually prove that it's currently unrealistically bullish, and nothing is too big to fail if the investor community concludes so. It's not the first time that well-known personalities have said that Bitcoin will plunge to low levels. Jeff Schumacher, the founder of BCG Ventures, also said once that the mighty Bitcoin would stumble and hit $0 eventually.
Bitcoin's going to zero. It's just hard to think
Yes,
about.
it's going to
mentally,
zero.
I'm
Of
gonna be
course it's
honest.
going to zero.
While Bitcoin mining is a complicated task to do, one can easily mine using an ordinary computer when it comes to Monero. Also, when compared to any other traditional cryptocurrencies, like Bitcoin or Ethereum, Monero is known as a privacy coin. The price predictions of Monero indicate that the token is highly optimistic and will sooner or later prove to be extremely bullish. Monero is also known to be an excellent long-term investment option available in the market. The one mesmerizing thing about privacy coins is that it renders you the kind of anonymity you are seeking, which is often seen only with fiat currencies. But that doesn't mean that you are buying something legal. It just means that you buy a cryptocurrency that helps you to stay out from being monitored. No authority will restrict or monitor your activities. So, that being said, Monero has a lot of pros over many tokens. Let's look into the price predictions. At Wallet Investors, they have given an optimistic forecast. Analyzing the historical data and price movements, Wallet Investors predicted that the prices will move up to $228.05 by February 2022 and will eventually hit $487.54.3 in January 2024 and $742.97.4 by January 2026. Digital coin prices have also given a bullish forecast. According to the predictions, the token will hit $254.36 in February and will eventually hit $440.59 in January 2025 and $639.76 in January 2028. As we can see here, the token has got an optimistic ambiance around it. Monero has a straightforward user case, so the predictions don't sound too unrealistic. Will Monero hit a major spike soon? With that, we have come to the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe to our channel and make sure to turn on the post notifications so that you always get notified whenever we post a new video. Till then, keep watching. We will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.